Guess what? Don't worry. Listen, before we get to headlines, if you're coming on late, if you're watching us, you could catch us. We got the replays. We're on YouTube. You can go over to Spotify, go to purpleacorn.io. We're here every Tuesday. You could catch a replay because I know a lot of you are working and
Yeah.
a lot of you have better things to do. Hopefully not, and you're spending time with us. So let's get to it. This is a good one, Joel. Walk us through what's happening here.
Look, they are saying that the PIPs, which for anyone who doesn't know what a PIP is, it's because you're a really good employee. A PIP is a performance improvement plan. And the idea of a PIP is if someone's off track with their performance objectives, which are usually super subjective anyway,
Mhm.
but if you are off track, a PIP is a way for you to set a plan for the future. And your manager works with you. They get you on track to where you need to be, and you don't end up getting fired. But I got a sneaky suspicion that that's
Mm.
not what goes on with pips a lot of the time, and it's also could be, although many people won't admit it, it could be a way to get some documentation down, so you have a good reason to fire that
Yep.
unwanted employee that you've wanted to lay off for the last 3 years,
Well,
haven't been able to.
pips are nothing new. I mean, I've been put on pips plenty of times in my
You
career,
pipsqueak.
unfortunately. I'm a pipsqueak, and you know what? And I'll be honest with you. I'd say the 4 times I've been on a pip, 3 of the 4 were justified because I wasn't doing, what
Dang,
I
did
was
you just say
hired for,
was that 4 times in, like, 4 years, or
basically. But here's the deal: if you're put on a pip, that is your immediate signal to start looking for a job. There's really I'll be honest, guys, I don't know the official statistic there, but I would say less than 5% people come back from a pip. I mean, I'm
Well,
throwing a number out there.
I just
It's a way to smooth the process to exit you out the door because it's basically justifying a reason for termination.
look, I just did a video on this, and basically my argument was once you're on a PIP, I think the majority of your focus should be on covering your own back, going to
Yep.
look for new opportunities while you have a job.
Oh,
Uh,
100%.
and I'm not saying you shouldn't just completely give up on your job. I mean, if you did that, there probably is good reason you're on a PIP. But
Yeah.
with
I
with
mean,
with the pressures that companies are facing right now, they're looking to get rid of people. And I did a video on it, and I got a lot of comments on this.
what?
Just people just saying like, basically saying that companies put you on pips because they really care about you and they want to get better. And I'm
No,
like, guys, how can you on it? I
no.
mean, let's be real about it.
There's conversation before someone goes on a PIP, there's conversation the right way to do it, if you're having performance issues, if you're having other kind of issues at work, a good manager, in air quotes here, a good manager will give you real-time feedback in the moment for a specific situation. I've had some great bosses, some great leaders who, if I mishandled the situation, they're kind of doing like, color commentary after the fact, a little bit Monday morning quarterback. Hey, you could have done this better. Maybe you could have handled the situation differently. When you get to a PIP, that's just documentation for HR and to head you out the door.
Ooh,
The
I like
hospice. Ooh,
I
look
I
at that. Hey,
perform
get that in. Read that one.
performance plans are the hospice of HR. Ooh.
Ooh, we gotta put that on a billboard, John Kraske. We gotta get that up, it's true. You know what? It's just a formality before they show you the way out. What's
And
someone
then
saying?
someone said, "In my previous leadership role, we would use pips as a final step to either regain commitment or not. More than likely, it never works long term. I've used them many times."
It's
And
also
look, that was kinda like the sentiment that I got in the post that I did yesterday with this, but, I think a lot of people, like, in theory, and I kept repeating this, I said, "In theory, a PIP would make sense, right? Like, hey, you're not performing, we're gonna get you back to that level."
yeah.
I was talking to somebody else the other day. So many companies do not have an objective way to measure performance, and I think everybody just defaults to the
Well,
obvious one, which is like sales.
right,
Like
but that's
like
the easy one, right? Like, that if you're not hitting your sales number, that's fine, but what are the reasons? But then other things, as you said, are subjective. But what other way do we have it? Is it client dissatisfaction? Is it other employees, talking smack, right? Like, what could it be? But
exactly.
most people are on a pipper for a reason, straight up. And then the ones that aren't, like, if the companies are using it, it's like you're calling BS on it anyway, and you're looking for a way out.
Exactly. And look, I've been on a PIP too before, and I actually did survive, but then I left the company 6 months later because I just it felt
Yeah.
I don't know, it was a
One,
very
you're against the ropes, right? You're against the ropes. You're defensive. You're trying. You're almost overcompensating to fix what isn't working, and it's diminishing returns in a self-fulfilling prophecy.
but it's happening more than ever right now. That's what they're saying. So we're on a rise. So if you find yourself on a PIP, my advice: start looking for other jobs. It's easier to find a job when you have a job, and the worst thing that can happen is you get uh, let go from the company, you get fired, and then it's like trying to find a job in this
No,
market when you don't
no.
have a job.
Well, then it's a good time to
Stressful.
start that side hustle. You could turn into your passion, right? Isn't that what they
And if
say
you
on
want to
LinkedIn?
start a side hustle, you could join my school group. Quit your 9 to 5. I'll put the link in the comments. All right. I know.
Shameless.
Shameless plug. Um, yeah, but look, guys,
Well,
I would love to know from you guys. Obviously, we got some really good thoughts here, but let us know. Like, why don't you let us know? Have you ever seen a pip turn out amazing? Has it
turn
ever worked out to
around,
where like
bed tip.
let us know.
Every now and then I fall apart.